This is our Forex blog for December 17th, 2012. It's going to be a relatively short one because I'm pretty radically changing some of our currency meters. This is one of our older ones that I use that allows me to bring it up after the fact, and it lets me see accurate results for each bar. One of the benefits of our software is it lets you see which currencies are strongest to buy, weakest to sell, and we have numerous ones that let you also set your own weightings to exactly and perfectly fit your own style of trading. And I'm also coming out with one that I've been using for the last week and a half with my own trading with absolutely incredible results, but it's not as intuitive as some of the other ones. I'm trying to make it easier for new traders to grasp. It is quite fast and does let you see intensities. For instance, I'll give you a sneak peek of it right here. Let me bring it up. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it is, and this is showing the CAD, Canadian dollar. The older one shows a lot of weakness right here. The new one starts to show a lot of weakness here and around 5:30, lasting about an hour. And it really lets you see, and it keeps you in the trends longer without as much back and forth. And it also lets you see the peak strength or weakness off of every swing, which is something I really like and was one of the reasons I designed it. But you can see the CAD very, let me make the bottom one smaller. The CAD very weak, or starts getting weak at 1, very weak at 2, and that trend continued for quite a while. The yen during the same period right here, you can see JPY, it's put over top of a regular chart, but I'm using synthetic symbols here. I don't want to confuse new traders, but you can ignore the chart here. The yen quite strong from 2 until 6. So to give you an illustrative example on how to use our software, the CAD was super weak, the yen super strong. So basically you want to sell the CAD yen. So let's bring up a CAD yen chart and give you illustrative purposes. Let me scroll back to that time of the day from 2 to 6 like I said, and you can see here's 2 o'clock. You're basically focusing on selling this up until about 6. And there's 2 methods that we use to get into trades. One of them is a pullback trade, and the other is a sideways consolidation rectangle type pattern when it breaks out through the higher lows of that period. So you have a pullback trade around 2:30 where you would go short, and then the breakout right here. And you could also even consider wedge type patterns where volatility gets lower and lower. And typically trends will move 2 or 3, sometimes up to 5 waves in that direction. So here was the first move, second move, third, fourth. From really the third move onward, third wave onward, I start looking for it to kind of run out of steam. And one of the best ways of knowing when a currency is going to run out of steam is just simply put our containment bands on there. If you are a longer time frame trader, you can use the hourly ones. Shorter time frame can use all the way down to 5 minutes. And I always put on the 1.5 and 2.0 bands. Typically underneath the 2.0 band, it's going to run out of steam and then kind of reverse. So it's safe to sell a currency until it gets to the lower band, especially the white band. And from that point on, you're typically better off looking for counter trend trades. I'm not suggesting buying one of the weakest ones like this, but when you see a currency fall, typically somewhere between the first and 1.618 fib target is where the end of the move is going to be. These statistical levels are very accurate. So that's an example of how to use the currency meter to find strong and weak currencies. I'm going to be doing much more in-depth daily blogs in the future, but I'm kind of in the process of updating my systems. I'm trading absolutely every day, and I trade both the S&P 500, all the main 12 Forex pairs, and I also trade some other markets. So I'm making sure that my new statistical based tools work on all markets, which so far they do with incredible accuracy. So you'll be seeing more and more improvements, and it's going to make trading more intuitively easy. And because I've been trading for the last few months almost exclusively at kind of at the expense of our business actually. I've been checking email every 2 or 3 days, working on my systems, trading. I'm going to be starting a live Forex room at the start of next year, and I will be telling you exactly what I'm doing with my own account. You can come in there and watch it, and you'll see that our trading methods work, and then you can decide whether to place the trades or not.